Hey, everybody. Full Spectrum Cycling. This is show 249, the show after the show.
Ah, yeah, that was a big show.
Tony just hipped me to the fact that something happened in the export, and it's all echoey.
Live in Pompeii.
I think I can fix that. I don't know what happened.
I hope so.
Some sort of weirdness.
I had to take one for the team and listen to it, but it was like,
well, I did listen to the whole thing before it got exported, and then something happened, so I don't know. All I know is that El Rongo sounded pretty good on the video and all that. So thanks, Jeff and Mars, because those guys rule.
Extra thanks from keeping the volume down for the first set so Daniel could sit there and be enthralled by Jeff's playing.
That
was
pretty move. Like music soothes the
it was
savage
amazing.
Beast.
It was amazing.
It was like he just had his head all cocked to the side.
He ran nonstop until Jeff played his first riff. And
he was all over the stage beforehand.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like, sat in that chair and didn't budge.
Did you see the spot where he hit the table and was like, boy, that was pretty good because he came up and the camera was all like, do.
Great.
It was good.
Cool.
Here we are in the, newly rearranged studio. I'm not even sure it's going to stay this way, but we got JK.
Hello. It's slimming this way.
Is it? Oh, good.
I don't know.
Nice. Well, I need all you can get. Tony with the glasses over there.
Yeah, I left my
glasses.
Look how cool somewhere.
He is.
Back in the back 40, Hunter's sitting back there observing. And we got, this is Brett right here. Brett's,
hello.
Brett's got some stuff to talk about in a little bit. And
a little bit.
Yeah. I guess the idea is Hunter doesn't talk. And you do, right?
He's the muscle, man.
Just coaches.
You're the
muscle. There we go.
Blink twice if you're safe.
Right? I don't even know where to start today. Well, I want to the picture that Tony sent. Did you see that with the Vanmoof?
Yeah.
Okay, so
I did take a full look at it too, and you're right. All the electronics are removed.
Right. So
that's under the library.
Yes.
Covering?
Which I will have the picture in the show notes. But the deal is, which I'm going to put a TV here so we could put that on there later. It's going to be cool. I think the place where the lock was going into was the button it used to push to make changes to stuff or something. But it is the goofiest thing in the world.
All right.
He has put an A-bus lock through it, and then you can clip it to the side. It's absolute. I'm like, okay.
All right.
It's probably a pretty reasonably light bike as a single-speed setup with all the guts and the batteries removed.
I was just like, how is that thing not going to have an
fold
issue at
fold
one point?
on itself?
And then
at first I pulled up, I'm like, who would leave a Vanmoof locked out at UWM overnight? Because it was there yesterday when I left work. And then I took a closer look at it. I'm like, oh, this is awesome.
So they had to be one of the people that got
Aren't we all?
they got bricked.
They
so
got screwed.
Couldn't
Exactly.
do anything. And so I was like, how does the seat post go through there? But it's got a hole in the back of it.
Dear Liza.
It's weird, but so they just took the whole. It's the guts of the electronics part, not the battery.
Right,
Apparently, the battery's in the down tube. I guess, whatever.
So I'm sure they yanked that out too.
But your McLaren folks bought the company, so maybe they'll do something. They're like,
come back.
I signed up for their thing to tell me when they're going to do something.
Right.
Oh, you're in the know.
Could be like
it says
7 years.
Email
by the way,
notifications at all time.
I forget what they.
Do you want the push ones? Oh yes.
They had a warranty or a service thing called like, we're super good guys and you should love us or something to that effect. And McLaren's like, to make the company sustainable, we will not be honoring those warranties.
Of course they won't.
I'm like, they missed a major, PR thing by saying, hey, I know you guys got fucked, but we're going to take care of you.
Right. We are McLaren. We are super wealthy.
How much money do they have? Billions of dollars? Maybe you could just suck it up and pay the whatever
pittance,
few millions that it's
think of the
cost
PR
you'd
get.
Right? They fucked up.
Yeah. Happens. It's big business.
Yeah, so, I don't know. Can McLaren bring him back? I don't know. We'll find out when they email us, I guess.
If.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
So, what'd you guys think of the party? Was it good?
I had a great time.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
That was good.
I especially had a great time if I looked at my amorphic bill again because, it's a big one.
Was it?
Mine was.
I had a lot.
Yeah, mine wasn't that big.
My wife
felt
like
pretty good.
she really found she really liked the cider. That's all I'm gonna or the seltzer.
Oh, you
the
were paying
seltzer,
for.
She
but I
liked that
will,
one?
but I will take another comment about that offline.
You
because
were
it's just not appropriate
okay.
for this right
Well,
now.
no, buying for two is
I actually
more
bought some.
sticker shock than
I
you're.
bought some rounds.
I'm
I
used
know.
to.
I had
Wendy,
to help Damien out, and oh god, sorry, I'm going to digress forever because Damien's food was so good. I mean, everybody's food was great,
Yeah.
but those damn arancinis.
Oh yeah.
I-
And there were little tiny little
There was
suckers.
no- there were none
two
left at
bites.
the end.
They were like the 2-bite.
There were none left
like a
because there
2-bite
should
brownie
not
kind of
have
thing.
been any left.
But
at the end.
arancini.
Yeah, it was just
fucking
like it was like an Italian, as he would have called it. It was an Italian arancini, not a Sicilian.
Oh
arancini.
yeah, not the softball size
Right,
like the
right.
Gloriosos.
Yeah,
all right.
which I really like. So,
Yeah, they each
and
have their
Damien's are good
place.
too at
Yeah,
you know,
at Scardina's?
At Scardina's, we get those quite a bit. So that helped. But yes, that was a really fun time.
I kept trying to push money at Damien, and he kept saying, "Don't worry about it." I'm like, "Nice."
Okay,
I did
we're
give
gonna do something very nice for him.
He wanted a Roadrunner bag like you have, so I gave him a Roadrunner hip pack, which it certainly didn't cover the bill, but he's, you know.
It's an appetizer.
He is such a good dude.
Yeah, so he took care of us for sure.
He had so much fun in the River West 24. It was hilarious. First time doing it.
Oh geez, okay.
Made me be his team captain. I'm like, I'm solo now, dude. He's like,
No, come on, aren't you going to do it
I
again?
remember running into you during the race at the beginning of that.
I'm like, okay, here you go.
I totally think you're going to be captain again.
He's already asked me to be. I'm like, well,
You might as well.
you know.
And just make sure that they know to stop at bonuses, because I think Damien was kind of on board, but a couple of the other guys were just ripping laps. It's like, that's great, you're going fast, but you gotta
Yeah,
stop.
you'll get a lot more points if you
Yeah.
don't do that.
Man, you've
Right?
been able to finish the River West in the top tier, doing hot laps in a long time.
Yeah, no,
No.
that's
Yeah.
been
Don't work like
that's
that no
going
more.
12, 14
Not
years
since
back.
like the cutting crew or those jackasses from Chicago,
Yep.
The guys from Minnesota. There was all kinds of
wherever
fun
they're
ones.
from. Yeah, whatever. You don't get a
But
whole
anyway.
lot of out of towners much anymore, do you? Well,
Oh, remember when that 1 year the guy came in after like moving like an apartment, like the contents of an entire apartment. He's like, "Oh yeah," and he was like Russian, the Russian guy in your team.
oh, the aerospace engineer.
Yeah,
What was it on Tony's team? Yeah. What was his name? Skinny kid.
Oh, Yuri.
Yuri.
Yeah, Yuri Zobachev.
Russian.
You're right, Russian kid. I should have put that together right away.
yeah, that's what.
He now lives in Arizona in some big mansion.
Yeah, he worked for like astrophysics or
Yeah,
somebody
he,
like
he
that.
went to aeronautics initially, and
But
then
yeah,
he's
the
gone
guy
from
was just
there.
a crusher.
The funniest thing about him is we built him that nice Soma smoothie. He threw a bunch of carbon parts on it because he wanted to be cool, and now he drives a Harley. So I've lost all of them.
Isn't
You're
that the
listening.
American dream,
Sorry,
man?
dude.
Yeah, you don't get to have a Harley and be a weight weenie at the
Right,
same time.
exactly.
Sorry, dude.
Don't work like that.
Carbon fiber Harley would be kind of cool though.
Okay, that's
No
pretty
Harley would be
Batman
cool.
right there.
Carpet fiber.
Carpet fart. No, I don't,
Harley.
No.
Well, it almost sounds like
How do we digress into Harleys? Let's talk about the Rockabilly Chili.
because
Cook-Off.
of Yuri. Because Russia,
We got to talk about. We got to
Russian
get that in,
infiltration
and we
of
got to get this ride
media
in, this
platform
race
as
in.
well.
Alley
for God's
Cat.
sakes.
We've only been doing this for like 6 minutes, so we got plenty of time.
Oh, it
6
seems a
minutes.
lot
6
longer than
minutes.
that.
How
Time
much?
dilation's real.
Yeah, probably because of the solar eclipse yesterday.
I looked into the sun.
We
Yeah. Same.
Well, I mean, just to like
know,
get my bearings, but
we
it
all
was
know
a
this is a sign from
bright
God.
damn
MGT
day.
told us that.
It was bright.
She told us this is a sign from God.
Yeah, looking directly into the
The
sun.
eclipse is a sign from God. We need to repent.
I wish she would have done it.
Yep.
I think she
it's
knows what's coming out of her mouth and says it
repeat.
anyway.
Oh, I absolutely
It's
guarantee it's
long,
all for
long
publicity.
ease.
She doesn't believe 2/3 of the
Long
shit
ease.
she says is my belief.
I don't believe half the shit I say, but
Well, I
I
don't say anything.
really dumb shit like that.
It's
Not
performance theater. We all
Yeah,
know
man,
this.
it's not what you believe. It's how many tickets you sell these days,
Right.
man.
Yeah, for
Right.
sure. Speaking of how many tickets we're going to sell, let's just touch on this this alley cat. Just we can always come back to it too. But
Yeah.
True.
Brett's here, Hunter's here. This is the thing.
Yeah.
We'll have a picture of this on the show notes.
Whoa.
But it's the Green Mile, a 420 Alley Cat, which I assume is on April 20th. Why,
is
by
indeed.
cracky it
It
is.
says there something.
Yep. God, it'd be confusing if it wasn't.
Do tell. I mean, is it like an MMI style thing?
That's
or?
the idea. We are trying to resurrect some semblance of the MMI. You know, it has been a good long time since this city saw a real messenger-style alley cat. And, you know, since 420 falls on a Saturday, and happenstantially there's a wonderful legal loophole that leaves this wide open as an option, why not go for it and see if we can kind of build a bridge between the scene that used to be and all these 20-somethings that are running around out there now?
There's 20-somethings out there?
Allegedly. They're going out to alley cats like crazy, man. It's freaking crazy.
Awesome.
It's kind of impressive. We actually had to do the 21 and up because apparently there's like high schoolers getting into this shit all of a sudden.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
like we see them at Truly Spoken coming in like with bikes thrashed after the first Fridays.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
they are pumped about this. So that's kind of cool for what comes next in the scene.
Are these the same kids that don't know the rules to a mosh pit?
I hope not.
Okay.
I hope not.
Mosh pitting does have rules.
I know.
does.
And
Sometimes
the
One of them
youngsters
is
do not remember.
One of them is don't piss me off.
Right,
Yeah, I'll
well,
tell you that much.
sometimes they're broken, and sometimes like, your
Well,
shirt is going to get split
yeah,
when I
it's-
pull you.
There's a little bit of
Dude.
street justice out there if you break the mosh pit
true.
rules.
Yes.
You know, yeah.
The first mosh pit that I'd seen in a long time was Robots at the Flat Out Friday party at Fuel. I hadn't seen a mosh pit in a long time where
Not the
people
one
are
at-
actually mosh pitting.
At Daikaiju.
Daikaiju.
Yeah.
that was a long
Yeah,
time
yeah,
ago.
we were
At
all there.
X-Ray.
Yeah, that was a long
yeah,
time
it was just
ago.
like this.
That was
guy
my
just
birthday
kept bonking
underpants
into me. I'm
ride.
just
That was like
no,
one of the best days of my
dude,
life.
you're doing it wrong.
Years
Well,
ago.
Get your ass in there.
Get out there, man. Yeah,
Don't keep hitting me.
Tony.
Hit the people in there.
I mean, there's
Are
some
you
of
going to
those-
the top of the hill already?
I haven't hit the top of the hill.
Top of the hill. Top of the hill. Top of the
boy.
AVB,
gonna
AVB
be,
hill.
He's going to be top of the ABV and with the VooDoo Ranger Imperial,
Let's do it.
whatever the hell that thing is. That's the
These
most
are
boozy
harsh. Yeah, these are.
stuff. We're fluffing it with hams. Thank you very much.
That was
You
the
can fluff that with your hams, but
All right, so I digress, or did. More of the Green Mile.
the
sorry, I
Green
jumped
Mile.
into that.
That's all right. It's a bit of a
a fluid
free for all
situation.
out
It's a
here.
hodgepodge.
The name of the game.
After the shenanigans last week, well, this is pretty tame.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. The idea is to do a good old fashioned alley cat. You know, some twists, some turns, some really cool prizes, a bunch of local sponsors. You know,
Looks like it, yeah.
It's, yeah, you know, we've tried to do our due diligence and call in all those favors that we've been accruing over these years.
So starting over on Vienna, what are,
Gathering place.
right on.
Yeah,
Okay,
one of our-
I'm like it's right down the block.
It's literally right there.
Well, we have
That sounds like
we have two
Keith.
breweries within a block
Yeah.
of each other here.
No,
I'm like, it sounds like Keef, but I'm in my head. I'm thinking it's Wells. You know, I'm having that
Yeah.
breakaway start. And I'm
No,
like,
that would be cool. And
well, no, like, that was in my head when
Yeah.
you were saying the.
And I do think that, you know, maybe once upon a time, messenger offices might sneak into bonus checkpoints. If you know, and you will be rewarded for that knowledge.
And listening to this, we'll
Yeah.
give you these
But, you know, details to be released on race day. No promises.
The only way.
Yep. But no, the idea is, kind of split the difference between an MMI as well as maybe a little more straightforward, just scavenger hunt checkpoint thing.
Sure.
You know, the core of our event is riding around town, collecting the ingredients you need to roll a joint. And all of the goods that you will need will be furnished by Sense Gifts. You will get a rolling tray, grinder, papers, tips, lighter, and as many other bits and bobs as we need to create enough checkpoints, as well as an eighth from Three Tall Pines, one of our lovely Wisconsin hemp growers here.
Right on.
That's the hemp.
that.
Yeah,
So
it's, it ain't
explain.
too
I
bad.
mean, the loophole thing. We were Delta 8ing, then we were Delta 9ing, and then we
Yes.
were now a new version of Delta 9, but it's not Delta 9
it's not
until
quite Delta 9.
right. So where do these nuances come in that we can actually get high
Yep. Off of hemp.
off of? You know, I mean, I'm a gummy guy, but I don't mind smoking the flower. You know, I'm not a vape guy. I don't like that stuff.
Yeah, no, I'm not such a fan of the cartridges and most of the iterations of vapes myself either.
Vapes give me that, like smoking
Yeah.
a cigarette with the filter on. Just that chemical
it's
burn.
stuffy and chemically, and not my cup of tea. But all right, so
all
if
this
you'll indulge me, a brief history lesson.
Please
this
do.
was
Yeah.
all kicked off with the 2018 Farm Bill, And it's one of the only good things that came out of that administration.
Is that the Walker nonsense?
No, that was federal, actually.
That
got
was
kicked all the way up to the federal.
He who we will not name.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Squeeze the...
I'm squeezing right here, right?
Yeah.
I'm multitasking with my brain and my vision.
There, I'll use mechanic hands.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, that's how you do that. Well,
Mechanic
it sure
hands.
does look like, it looks like bud.
Yeah, it does. It looks like marijuana, for sure.
You know, if it quacks like a
Smells
duck.
like bud.
Let's see if it smokes
Maybe
like
we should
one.
smoke the
Well,
bud.
you know, we could roll one up. I wouldn't be against that at all.
Yeah, that's got some aromatic aroma.
But anyway, so in
Let me find my
2018,
papers.
the government sponsored and greenlit the first government-backed guaranteed hemp grow. So all the farmers went through a rather lengthy application background check process, got the crops in the ground, then government got cold feet and was like, oh, never mind. And then all the farmers got together with their lobbyists and were like, hey guys, you can't pull the rug out from under us like that. So they kicked it all the way up the chain in a very hasty fashion and drew a very firm line in the sand as to what was hemp and what was cannabis. And the only difference between the two is the content of Delta-9 THC. And according to that law, anything under 0.3% Delta-9 THC can technically and federally be considered hemp. And the first iterations we saw of that were your D8 and your D10, your minor cannabinoids, the kind of siblings of Delta-9. Delta-9's the heavy hitter. That's
Sure.
the real one. Delta-8 is most commonly found in sativa, so it's a lighter high. Delta-10, indica, if my memory serves me correctly, a little heavier. We now, in the industry, as long as you're willing to push the gray area and you have a grower that knows his stuff, are focusing on THCA flower in all cannabis or hemp. All forms of THC Delta 1 through 11 or 12 or however far it goes, starts off as THCA. And as the plant matures, it naturally decarboxylates into all of the various forms of THC. However, about 30% of cannabis strains, it all stays as THCA, as well as cannabis harvested early. If one was so inclined, you can also harvest cannabis early, flash freeze it, send it out, have it evaluated, have it pass the test, and get it certified. But good growers don't do that. Good growers do their homework and actually breed reliable hemp genetics. So, THCA flower is a wonderful, stable, natural thing that is legal until you expose it to over 180 degrees heat. That's when THCA becomes everything else. So, until this is on fire, it's completely legal.
Oh.
After that, less so.
But then it's ash, so what do you do?
So the evidence is gone, man.
Right? Huh.
So we're towing the line pretty hard.
What would it, I was going to say, what would it turn up on a drug test?
You would fail a drug
Yeah,
test.
that's what I mean.
Yes. You absolutely would fail a urinalysis or hair test as a result of this. Honestly,
God, I never have to do one of those.
Yeah, fuck all that, man.
Remember, I'm a state employee, okay?
So much.
Man.
Exactly.
Be that as it may.
Either as it may, as.
So, this is more. So this is more history and explanation than I've heard.
Yeah, this is actually fantastic.
So you guys know Guy Awesome over here in the building right next door, Nate.
Yeah, we actually got together with him, and they are one of our sponsors.
So
the RCC will be a part of our lovely event.
He was trying to explain it to me, but he wasn't very good. He was like, sometimes he was like, well, we got it tested and we're supposed to burn all this, but it just seems like a shame to burn it all. So we're just going to give it to friends and stuff or whatever. It's like they're trying to dial in their, their whatever this is. I think it was just double talk for selling weed to people. But
it smells like weed.
Oh, she gets the job done.
Let's see if she tastes like weed.
It's a double paper.
Right on.
Yeah, it's a little stuffy.
Yeah.
You guys want to go for it? I'll chef something up real quick.
Yeah, that's good. Let's get rid of this part here.
But honestly, a lot of us stoners are shooting ourselves in the foot by not having taken our chemistry lesson. I mean, I currently work at Sense Gifts on Center Street, and I took that job looking for the most slackery job I could think of. So the fact that homework and a light understanding of chemistry and a minor in legal issues found me anyway is pretty humorous.
Yeah, it's like
No, Sense
you know more than you
on
thought
Center
you know.
is one of my go-tos that has top
Hell yeah.
papers, and I need my top papers.
Dude, I mean, honestly, there are some contexts, like a good spliff or like a tough to roll joint. Tops is the only way to go.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, all these hemp fibers and this and that. Tops has stood the test of time.
Well,
I mean, I know
look at my new
it's
bag.
like going through a
It's like Christmas for Tony over here.
like a cigar shop.
Yeah.
At times, at places where it's
Yeah.
like, okay,
Come on.
you don't have tops. What's the closest thing you have to it? Oh, well, we have this.
Blue Bugle. Or,
No.
Well-
But they send you in the wrong direction. They send you in the place that ends up being like the rice paper I'd get a spring roll from.
That's not it.
And I'm just like, dude, no.
That does not roll right
This is
at
that
all.
e-saying, not for my cigarette, man.
Yeah, I didn't want a spring roll, man. I wanted a joint.
VooDoo Ranger Imperial IPA.
Yeah, it's like drinking liquor.
Gets a thumbs up from me.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It's only 9%. I mean,
It's totally drinkable.
It's a terribly
It's-
drinkable
it's barely wine.
barley wine.
Barley wine.
man.
Barley wine.
The thing is, it doesn't taste like it's all alcohol-y, and you just want to slam this shit. 'Cause
Right?
it's
That's
good.
the problem.
Man.
Thanks for the new bog.
We only have 3 cans of this, or can't get too destroyed.
If you'll indulge me a brief messenger story, I've got a little barley wine anecdote for you. So 2017, we hosted the NACCC North American Cycle Courier Conference right here in Milwaukee.
I watched.
And yeah, it was a good time. The
NACCC. That's a sanctioning body right there.
Yeah, Bike Messenger Olympics, man. But anyway, the Pabst Brewing up on the hill there, when they were still there, was lovely enough to host us, and they donated kegs of barley wine as the free beer that charted in
Christ.
over 10%, not understanding what was going to happen when you told bike messengers it was an open bar for barley wine.
Oh.
Yeah. It was a hell of a night.
I
That's
bet you
cool.
some people were hurting.
Yeah, that was a rough day after.
That stuff kicks in hard, man. I used to like it when I was young.
Yeah, because that was at Landmark on import night.
Okay.
Like one of the last beers left was Old Nick, and it
Yep.
was like just a gnarly barley wine.
Gnarly barley.
Nobody
They
wanted
come in
it.
at what, like
12.5,
12.5?
something like that. It's
Way
like it was
back
like
in the
Malort.
day.
I ended up having like, oh hey, I can deal with that.
I love Malort.
Well, yeah, but I had
Sam Adams had that blue bottled, gold leafed barley wine that they sold. That was just brutal.
This is weird with the mic on.
Oh, yeah, wow.
Yeah, I know. I never had the audio.
It'd be a weird show note.
I
Well,
never
we don't
had-
have to finish this. It's just the
No.
only size joint I know how to roll.
It's a megaphone, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's while we're waiting for the completion of the joint rolling, let's just talk about the sponsors of the Green Mile.
Yeah.
3 Tall Pines.
3 Tall Pines, our lovely hemp growers right out in Plymouth, Wisconsin, doing a fantastic job.
I like Plymouth. That's on the way to Road America. So
It
it's
is,
an awesome
actually.
place.
Yeah.
The Daily Bird.
Yep. Center Street's favorite
I remember
coffee
them
shop.
on. They did one of these here on April 1st. So there you go.
Hell yeah.
We Buy Records.
Yep. Another Center Street sponsor.
Yeah.
Looking out
and
for the community.
Did they buy CDs too, do you think?
Allegedly just records.
Well, that's a good thing. I mean, there's a few records. Those are
Yeah.
those were my dad's records from
Okay.
about
I might
50
buy them
years ago.
from you.
Cool.
Some of them actually still have grooves that make music. Some of them look
Been
like
worn
sandpaper might have been on them or
Well,
something.
they'll still last longer than CDs, man.
Oh,
Those are
I
just
tell you what.
drifting away.
You know, CDs will last longer than MP3s because the next freaking nuclear blast is going to take out all
I thought it was going to be yesterday at 2:08.
Yeah, we were
PM
going to like
Central Standard
totally
Time.
lose.
Yes.
I see that we're all saved from the
Hunters
rapture.
Yeah, we
Hunter's
actually-
making a contribution.
Yes, we've got a few more sponsors on the books that
okay.
did not quite slide onto the flyer just due to trying to get it out there.
Right on. So So we're still with Kind Oasis.
Yep, Kind Oasis. Hell yeah.
No,
That
do
weird,
tell.
truly spoken. Oh, kind of Oasis.
Oh yeah.
That is.
Truly Spoken. That's a clever name for a bike shop, isn't it?
We do try.
Do you remember that was the first bike shop in River West?
Yeah,
Back
I
in
do.
the olden times when
We
Aton
can-
was
we
still
could go
actually
back to
living in
a-
Milwaukee.
We could go back to a previous podcast where we can talk about how Aton used to work for my father-in-law, rest in
And
peace,
how-
Larry,
and
and
how-
got my bike back. Remember my belt drive?
All right.
Yeah, you know
He's
what?
a
It was
good
when
one
it was
for
at
that.
that shop.
That's
Actually,
Kind of keeps his
wait, no, it was
mind
at
in
the
the
new
game.
shop by that time. But I
Hunter. Are you itching to talk now? Like, I don't talk. I'm not talking.
No,
but
he's just giving me the
I'm giving some stuff over here.
list.
Okay, more sponsors.
All right. I don't know what that one is because I can't read.
So, Can I? That is a lovely cannabis infusion cocktail bar down in Walker's Point. Yeah.
Full bar and coffee bar.
Any sort of drink your heart could desire.
Sense Gifts, we talked.
Sense
and,
Gifts.
And of course, Fitchburgers, which is the greatest. I wouldn't call it a hardware store as much as it's like an eclectic thing.
Yeah.
Variety store.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, records, repairs, whatever
Yeah,
gear
it's sort
you
of
need.
weird. It's
And
like,
if I'm not mistaken, Sarah was the Sea Hag in old Brew City Bruisers.
Yep.
oh, nice.
She came off as the Sea Hag.
And just because eclectic things make me very happy, I do need to mention our buddy Sav up in Decorah with his cardboard robot store.
That is pretty cool.
There's no way that River West would not embrace a cardboard robot if he said, hey, Greg, why don't you open a cardboard robot in River West? Because it's all the shit you used to like. Estes Rockets. You know, shit to build shit with.
Rockets.
Maybe you want to color something. Maybe it's just all sorts of good, old-fashioned shit you did when you were a kid stuff.
Yeah.
And it's kick-ass. Cardboard Robot, Decorah, Iowa. They are on the web. I think it's cardboardrobot.com, probably. Sav, I hate you. You should probably never talk to me again next time I come. That would be very good. Thank you.
Sorry, boys.
No, jeez, fuck. Oh, we got ambiance now.
Who are the other sponsors?
So the other sponsors are, Andre, you want to unlock this one last time? So we'll keep going down the list here. We Buy Records, as stated. Lefty Works, which is a wonderful River West-based handmade bike bag and gear company. He's a member of the polo scene, which is a pretty rad thing.
That's something we should get on the show, is some more polo action.
Yeah, absolutely.
We talked about it before the pandemic a few times, but by the way, this is our 249th show. We've been doing this for a while.
Man, next week will be 250. Y'all.
Let him finish the list here.
I will.
Never.
Mr. Glasses guy.
We're closing in on the end, I swear.
Now he's got the glasses on.
We're never actually derailed.
God, I hope my glasses are in my
Well, let me ask you this. Do you need them to see?
Yeah.
Well, if you took them off, what would happen? Oh, my God, he's blind.
I'm not
And a little
completely
bloodshot.
blind, but I have no idea who you are.
Actually look like solar glasses.
Yes, you do.
I mean, I do, obviously, because I know
Can you see
but-
this right
Yeah,
here?
I can. You
All
give me
right.
the fucking thing.
There you go. All right, again with the sponsors. Thank you very much.
So Lilliput, yet another independent
Yeah,
record
record store.
store, throwing down some cool stuff.
This does not taste illegal at all.
Nope. Fully legal here. And yeah, we do have a promise of some libations up at the Uptowner. So Stephen will be, attending the bar
What
with
a great
the
human
finest.
being that man is.
He's a good guy.
He's often commented as being a good
He
human
was
on
yelling
this
a lot
podcast.
yesterday at a bike that we will never work on again. But
Okay.
we did go up. We did go up on the roof and watch the eclipse for about a half an hour with a beer or two and maybe
Held
some
hands.
not quite legal.
We haven't talked about the
not this
eclipse.
legal stuff. We were up there with the others. I love the ambience. But yeah, it was good.
Well, shit. Okay, so we got We Buy Records, Lefty Works, Can I, Kind Oasis, Daily Bird, Truly Spoken, Center Street Gift, or Sense Gifts on Center Street, Fish Burgers, Three Tall Pines, Rock House. That covers it,
I
right?
love me some Rock House.
Yeah, we should definitely mention.
You know, we used to be in that building back when we were kind of cool as a bike shop.
Yeah.
Back in my day, when we started out this.
Fix some bikes in that shop.
But Rusty, that's where this show started. But Rusty is the shit for sure.
Yeah.
Also, I heard he has Dead Finger. He has a Dead Finger vinyl, which
Dude,
I probably ought to go buy.
If it's the one, oh shit, I heard it last week. You're just like listening to music in the background, and all of a sudden you're like, wow,
Like, all the time?
I know, in the background, not paying really attention. And it's like, oh shit, wait, I know this song. And it was fucking sun ain't gonna shine anymore. Like old Cher and crazy shit like that. But it was Dead Finger doing it.
Oh, no.
And they fucking killed it.
Did you see this right here?
That's what was alarming me. That's why I clinked.
I know
the
it's a
damn
different
thing.
one than was up there before. I wanted to mount the TV
This is
before
like
the show, but I didn't get to it.
Poltergeist, man.
So
I mean,
I'm going to take that TV there, slap it on the wall over here.
This is going to end up being like the clown in the corner in Poltergeist.
I think it might just end up on that wall because that's actually another set over there.
But no one knows.
Just do the
speaking
kind
of which, where is
fireside
Matt
chat
Gates?
shit.
Okay, I get you.
Yeah, but we could put these
where is Matt
phallic
Gates?
symbols. Is this
Speaking of phallic symbols, where is Matt Gates?
He's over there.
Oh, Matt Gates is on top of the
there he
router.
is. Fuck him.
Grab him. Show him to the camera.
Yep, that's Matt
Fuck
Gates
him.
right there.
Or throw him.
He's
Kind of a
fucking child
kind of a
molester.
star of the
I
show.
kind of want to put him in a blender like I did.
Yeah, we'll figure out something.
You know, you can stick your finger right up his
Just
butt, right there,
right
too.
up there.
Right
He
up
would
his
like
butt.
that. He would like that. I'm certain of that. Yeah. Well,
I just don't know what poor
Not that
character.
there's anything
I don't know
wrong
what
with
poor
that.
character
Not that
that
there's
is.
anything wrong with that.
No,
guy.
that's fine. But you got to own it. You
But,
can't be
yeah.
like, I don't love that.
Early in my radio career as a intern with frickin' Julio.
Julio.
At the
At
great
the-
91.104.321
New Rock
1021. There we go. I knew I'd
And
get
he
to
was
it.
like, he's like, take the Scooby-Doo character and the Shaggy character and throw them in a blender on the air with like this. And like I did. And it kicked out part of the
thing.
the croth or whatever the, hell it is.
Busted out the glass?
Well, just a piece of it, and it hit him like right in the face as he's on the air, thinking I like threw it at him.
As well he should.
Yeah, I'm just like, dude, no, of course not. Who would have thought
Did you drop
that
blood?
something bad would? Yeah, awesome. It was awesome.
All right. Before you reminisce too far back of 30 years
stopped.
ago history. So are we good with sponsors?
Yeah, I think Hunter, we've covered the sponsors. I'm not being too much of a space cadet here.
Okay,
Alright.
we talked about a 1 p.m., which
Yep.
I think is very like, are people coming in from out of town, like any Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh people,
Jam
or
pre-reg?
Chicago people? Or,
All right, so I can give you the rundown. We're trying to pad the actual start time. So 1 p.m. meetup starts. Manifests are passed out at 2. Event starts at 3. Since there's probably going to be a lot of first-timers to an actual alley cat, we're going to give them time to try to untangle the web we've weaved, as well as ask any questions that may occur to them. 1 p.m. is check-in, registration, ID check, get your shirt, get your stuff, get everything in order. 2 p.m. manifests go out. 3 p.m.'s go time. 6 p.m. is finish line at the Uptowner, and awards are at 7.
Right on. I like that it's, like if, so remember the Steal is Real? It was on a Saturday.
do.
And then we started at some ridiculous hour like 10 a.m. And then we were on the river until 4 a.m. with Zito in a Duffy boat and having a great time because he did a 1 year anniversary the day
God I
before
didn't
the
do
Steal
that.
is Real, like
Oh,
a dick,
yes.
because everybody was fucking hammered the next day.
Yeah.
And it turned into a shit show, and I never did another one because people complained too much. So you know what?
Checks out.
Fuck off. That's why we're not doing another Steal is
Why'd
Real.
you bring up Zito?
Or we might do it.
Well, the MMI was
Or
in the
we
air.
might
Yeah,
do
this is
it.
why.
Okay.
Somewhat.
Dot,
I
dot,
remember
dot.
sitting at JMO's with him on some MMI stops in the past. It's like, why are we doing it here? He's like, well, why wouldn't you do it here? Yeah.
Well, yeah, there is
I can't-
there is a
I cannot
logic you have
imitate
to
his
just kind
voice,
of
but
match after a bit.
we should
ding,
be
ding,
able
ding,
to.
ding, ding.
Yeah.
And- yeah.
All right. You know what? I want to mention 2 other things before we stop this nonsense.
Since we're way over.
Stop it. We started at like 6
okay.
after, so we're.
I suppose there's one thing I can mention about the race real quick.
Oh, okay.
There's only 25 Von Munz shirts, so get there early.
Wait, what?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Von Munz has been gracious enough to agree.
You did not start with that?
I didn't. I forgot.
No, I think
we
it's
saved
no.
the best
no,
for
no,
last.
no. Bury it at the end where nobody will
you
hear it.
gotta
'cause
listen,
I got to
man.
get there to be number
This
24.
is the
Yeah.
There's Von Munz
There
designed
is
shirt.
limited run Von Munz design shirts.
blue leader.
No
Jesus God,
preview
that's
available.
unbelievable. That's
Fucking
unbelievable.
Yep. We tried to do our homework, man.
That
Yeah.
is,
There you go. That's right there. That's worth the price of admission.
oh, and then some.
You get a bag of herb, a Von Munz shirt, and a hell of an afternoon. What more do you want from a Saturday, man?
Blowjob, maybe.
Well,
So,
Come on. Oh, this show has gone straight
sorry,
to hell.
honey. I'm sorry, honey. I smoked some legal smoke, whatever. You know what? If you listen to the show, you know what you're going to get anyway. So after 249 of these things, it really hasn't changed that much. Okay, so 2 real quick things. May 4th, Osage, Iowa, Mayday Mayhem is going to be the bomb. You fuckers
What?
should go.
No, I'm
I
gonna
have
go. I'm gonna.
registration for the River West 24.
Make Damien do it.
Yep.
What?
Or someone.
I mean, he's got to be there.
Who
It
is
wouldn't
going to
be-
sleep out overnight?
Yeah,
Blah, blah, blah.
You remember those?
I'm gonna go
I
too.
spent a lot of nights next to you in the
I've
park.
slept out every year, dude.
Yeah, I only got in the tail end,
right.
but
I delivered past.
Notwithstanding Tony and his, obligation to get the team registered, this is a great event. It's a clunker event, single speed, coaster break. Otherwise, don't bring it. And their trails are awesome. There's only a few sketchy sections where having a coaster break is like super intimidating and the trees come up really fast. Other than that, it's along the Cedar River. There's about, 60, 80 feet of elevation. So it kind of goes up and down and up and down and up and down over the
Undulation.
Yes, it undulates.
Do the
You're
trees
correct, sir.
Do the trees come up
Occasional
fast
Mike sits.
when you're riding a coaster break, or do they come up fucking fast?
No, they're
They come up
slacky.
fast and-
That's okay.
What I
They're
mostly hate,
slacky.
Because on a coaster, that can be freaking harrowing.
I know. What I hate about a coaster break is I want to reset my feet, but I always have to go forward to do it. Which means you're going faster then instead of slower.
You're so in your head on a clunker. It's fucking.
I
It's
know.
crazy,
But I
man.
love
I'm
them.
just like,
It's a blast.
it's fun.
No,
And
You're in the moment, man.
here's
It's
one
zen.
more tip on the clunker thing. Do not have thick slicks on your clunker. You're gonna want some tread.
Yeah,
Because
that seems like
Those
common
things
sense.
suck so bad on ice. I can't even tell you how bad they suck on
They're
ice.
not made for ice.
Tony's a witness. I've ridden those things everywhere, and then suddenly ice is going to put me on the ground.
Ice
Yeah.
puts
You
everyone
know
on.
what I don't like about ice? That.
Everything puts everything on. Ice.
All right, and the other thing is, this is the last thing, and then we'll probably maybe stop talking. September 20th to September 22nd, Levis Mounds, Wisconsin, up there near Black River Falls, is both Single Speed Wisconsin and Gnome Fest 20-some thousandth, whatever the fuck it is. Thing.
20th year-ish.
That's 2
Yes.
weeks after my birthday.
It is, if you haven't ridden Levis, it's one of the
It's
best
beautiful.
kept secrets
It is a
in
beautiful
the
ride.
Midwest. It's awesome. Plus, there'll be about 200 people camping there.
Fun
And stuff. So, this Green Mile business is right up the same vein
It absolutely is.
as going there to
The-
Levis Mounds.
I'm going to throw this in real quick before the show's over, but I actually watched
You
someone
always have
cook.
to have the last word.
Yep. Who I watched someone, we are not going to say his name, but he's been on the show, who cooked a pound of bacon in 2 pounds of butter at the Gnome Fest.
Why
I
is
was
that a
at.
bad idea?
It's not. If
No.
you're, not worried.
Frying
You know
up
what, man?
MCs like a pound of bacon.
First of all, you know what I
what?
can eat?
It was
I can eat
Dude,
bacon.
I'm going to tell you right
I
off
can
the
eat
bat.
butter. You know
Was
what I
it
can't eat? Anything bread.
I will tell you right off the
I
bat.
need to be a protein.
It
guy.
was
That's
pretty
the way
delicious.
it works.
It was pretty
All right,
delicious.
fuck you guys. That's all this. That's all
Fuck
we
you
got.
guys, I'm going home.
Unless our
home.
guests have something else to say. Otherwise, it's
We'd love to thank you for your time, both you guys and the listeners out there. This was awesome.
and you can tell Chewy to go fuck himself too.
oh, yeah.
You know what we should
After
do?
Party at Uptowner.
Oh,
Be
After
there,
party
be
at
square.
Uptowner.
Towner,
420
Towner.
party at Uptowner.
we should get everybody that listens to the show just to say "fuck you, Chewy."
That'd be awesome.
You know how he can't do it because he doesn't have technology.
Right.
I got it. 'Cause we should do that. Oh, by the way,
Fuck you, Chewy.
a lot. Maybe I'll put this in for next week. A lot of people called in that couldn't make the show and said, "Thanks, guys. You fucking rule."
Nice. That's
I'm-
cool.
I know. I'll put him in the thing next week and whatever.
Yeah. All right.
They can stroke our ego.
Bunch of stoners.
You know what I'm saying? All right,
Yeah.
bye.
Where do
You guys
they get
suck.
off, man?
Thank you.
Good night. Let's kick some stoner ass.